Hey cats, Ed EARBUD here. Back with a review of some fantastic running earbuds. I've been testing out the EarFun Air Pro 2. These performed fantastically well for me at the Bristol half marathon recently. Stay tuned for my full review. Hey cats, thanks for joining me once again here at EDDBUD Running Shoe Reviews. Today some running related tech for you. EarFun kindly sent these over to me for review, but you get my honest opinions as per usual. I'm not being paid to make this video, just so you know. These are the Air Pro 2 from EarFun. I think they've just launched, and I have to be honest, I'm mightily impressed with these. So to start off, firstly, some things I really love about the Air Pro 2. I've got to say I really enjoy the quite exciting sound that these earbuds deliver. Now, it might be that you want a more transparent sound, something with a flatter response. These are not it. You know, sometimes I crave a more balanced kind of sound, but these produce a slightly more excited sound, certainly in the low end. If you're after excitement in your ears for a high intensity training session or perhaps a race, these are the earbuds for you. Kick drums on Andrew WK's Everybody Sins hit hard with real transient attack, and the bass on Travis Scott's Sicko Mode is concise and vibrant. Top end is controlled, never too harsh in your ears. There does seem to be quite a lot of dynamic range here in the Air Pro 2. Within some of Krungbin's material, you can almost swim around in the space between the instruments. I've never found the earbuds to sound overblown or too punishing, even over a long period of time, like during my half marathon race recently. I found that the Air Pro 2 have lots of volume delivered from those 10mm drivers, and I've had zero playback issues on a variety of different Bluetooth enabled devices. I've tried a whole bunch of different things and I've not had any issues whatsoever. Just nice, solid, reliable playback. Another feature contained within the Air Pro 2 that has some real benefit to runners is that of the noise cancelling function. If you're perhaps running in a very windy area, perhaps at speed, you can switch this on with a long press of the left earbud and it almost completely removes outside noise. I mean, that is a really great feature to have, but do make sure you stay safe out there, guys. Having that switched on all the time might mean that you don't hear some noises that are going on around you, which are very important. I think it uses microphones in the earbuds to cancel out ambient noise. Ideal for channeling a little bit of focus there. Though as I said, please do use that responsibly to ensure you are aware of your surroundings. I think this function lets the clarity of the earbuds really shine through, and I think that could be really advantageous if you're moving at pace during training. I've found that the touch controls on the earbuds work well in wet conditions. It was certainly very wet the other day where I just ended up throwing water all over my head to try and cool myself down during the race. Take a little bit of getting used to, as with anything, but once you've mastered the controls, no worries. Single press is required on the left or right earbud to turn the volume up or down, and then a double press on the right earbud to start and stop your music. Previous and next tracks do need a slightly more dexterous triple tap, which is a tad harder to pull off. Certainly if you're running quite fast. You can actually answer calls as well with a double left tap, and even start up your chosen task assistant with a long press of the right earbud. Be that Ask Jeeves or Mr. Google or whatever it is. I think the whole package here is a bit of a wonder even at the retail price, to be honest with you. There's so many functions and features that they've managed to cram in for a really good price. It does put some of the very expensive earbuds out there to shame. Another great feature that I really love about these earbuds is the ability to know whether you've actually got them in your ears or not. There's some infrared sensors or something that do pick up whether they're in ear, and if you take one of them out, it will pause the material that you're currently playing. A real welcome saving feature from an eco perspective. The charging case itself is quite small and easy to fit in your pocket, maybe into a flip belt, however you like to carry your running gear with you. But it's certainly small enough, as you can see, that it doesn't really pose much of a problem. The case has some indicator lights there to show how much charge is currently within it, and it's even got a wireless charging capability as well, which is really welcome to see, and something that I use quite often. Standard USB-C connection there on the back of the charging case, and I managed to get about 6 or 7 hours of use out of these depending on which of the noise cancelling features I had enabled. I think that's pretty reasonable for running use, unless you're doing some sort of 24-hour thing. You can always bung them in the case, I guess, and charge them back up a little bit. Even on my race the other day, I found that these stay in the ears really well. I didn't have any problems with them moving around or falling out. Mrs. EDDBUD said to me, you know, don't they fall out or anything? And I don't think I had to move them once on an hour and 30-minute race. Didn't have any problems with phantom commands or anything like that, with them stopping or starting for no reason. They were just solid and delivered a really nice, enjoyable listening experience over the course of the run. When you insert the earbuds, a little twist helps set them in place. They've got a stalk-like design, so they're dead easy to insert into the ears. They come with a load of different end pieces or tips. I found the standard ones just seem to do the trick. Nice balanced sound from both ears. You don't have to move them around too much to get the volume equalized. Only a couple of bugbears I have with this product. One of those things is the case. I just do wish it was perhaps an aluminium case rather than a plastic one. I'm a bit of a clumsy, I'm a bit of a klutz. I tend to drop things. I've dropped them once. Fortunately, they're okay. I just wish that we had a slightly more robust case here in terms of material anyway. In terms of the sound, there might be a little bit too much low-end extension here for some listeners. It's a hyped sound, guys. I can't stress that enough. That's going to really appeal to some people. I expect if you listen to dance music, something where the low end of the content is really important. A few listeners might want to try and tame the low end a little bit. It depends what device you're using as to how much control you're going to have over that area of the sound. Some people might just find it a little bit too fatiguing straight out of the box, I suppose. I think if you're constantly going between different Bluetooth devices, you're going to need to learn the pairing feature of the Air Pro 2. Otherwise, the earbuds just default back to the last device that you were using them with. So not a big bugbear really, but just something to take into consideration. Sadly, the charging case here does lack the ability to charge other devices, a bit like a portable battery, I suppose. Such a function is very welcome if you want to charge up maybe a sports tracker or a phone, but I guess we can overlook that. You can't have it all, I suppose. Once fully charged, I think I managed to get about 3 recharges of the earbuds before the case was sadly depleted. But plugging it back in, it didn't take an awfully long time to recharge. It's actually really nice to receive a product from somewhere that you just really enjoy using. I think I've probably used it every day since they received them a few weeks back. I've just found the Air Pro 2 to be a really great sounding, lively and fun piece of kit. I think the best endorsement really is if you take something out on a run, something that really means something to you, and it still provides a really good service and does the job. In some testing conditions, I suppose. It's not every day you throw bottles of water over your head. And the headphones just carried on working. Even my Polar OH1 heart rate strap that was around my arm actually didn't like that an awful lot. But these just carried on regardless. These are IPX5 waterproof certified, so there's no surprise really that they survived. I think the more emphasized bass and forward engaging sound is ideal for those who enjoy electronic dance music or rock that packs a punch. I think it's powerful sound here, perhaps more suited to very dynamic music, not one for those seeking a more transparent flat frequency response. If you want the true sound of the original source material, then you'll want to tailor the EQ here a little bit. As such, it's a double thumbs up from me for the EarFun Air Pro 2. Little to dislike here for a very wallet-friendly price. Thanks to EarFun for firing over these lively propulsion encouragers. If you want to pick up a pair of these, do check the description below for a special link and some discount. Dankeschön. A quick musical interlude for you. Recently on the EarFun Air Pro 2, I've really been enjoying Tame Impala's album, Currents. Let It Happen's always been one of my favourite tracks from this one. The polish on the production here on this album just sounds fantastic even now. Time has moved on, but I think this one will be known as a bit of a classic. In fact, all Tame Impala's albums are right up there. Track 3, The Moment, is also another winner here. A shift really for Tame Impala away from the very almost grainy, robust kind of sound to a more electronic sort of environment. Certainly a great artist. And it is kind of like one guy really, I suppose. It's just one man. Do go and check out some of their stuff. None of it's bad, all of it's good. I think you'll enjoy it. Thanks for sticking with me to the very end of today's video, guys. Much appreciated. I also appreciate all of the wonderful comments I've had on Strava, Instagram, and here on YouTube as well. Such positive vibes everywhere. It really is quite wonderful and infectious. If you've got races coming up, I hope you do well in those as well, guys. It's kind of one big melting pot of running goodness. If you haven't done so already, guys, hit that subscribe button and also click the bell below for notifications when I launch those new videos for you. And it really helps too if you give this video a thumbs up like and share it with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you